Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I know it's been a while, but I took a few days off and went over to the condo with Nikki for a little bit, enjoyed some peace and quiet. But I had an idea that I wanted to try. You know, there's along the lines of like birthstones or zodiac, or each month has a zodiac symbol, a birthstone, a flower, you know, something like that. And I wanted to take each month, and maybe on the first of the month, of course I'm running late with January, and do a spread over a double page of the colors, the flowers, or whatever, that to tie it in. And I figured it'd be something, something new. I haven't seen it done yet. So I was mulling it over. So what I did was I went ahead and I got my signature ready. Now and I've got my cover, and it's just a cardstock. But this being the inside, this would be the part for January. And then turn the page for February. But in order to get enough pages, I'm going to have extra space in here. So, but that's okay. We can tie things in as we go. But there's my signatures, and all I did was, I didn't cut, I just tore them. And the cover itself is 5 by 7. So when I ripped my pages, this is 6 3/4, and this is 4 3/4. So 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. That way when it fits in, I've got a little bit of leeway here. Because if this expands, that's going to shorten the distance between the outside and the inside. So with it being small, I figured we could just go with regular cardstock, but I do want to reinforce it because, we're going to be opening and closing this thing. So I took my cover, and all I did was I went around it with my double-sided sticky tape, but I did not cross over the fold line. And I'll show you why. And this is my brain trying to work, which is probably a laugh to some. Somewhere, there it is. I take my pokey tool, and I'm going to do a cover. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take off half of it. Put those in my trash can. Come on, my glue. And put my glue down. Now to get it centered, what I'm going to do, I folded my paper already because I was trying to make sure I had it where it needed to go. And I'm going to set that in the fold and just fold that part over. That way I know half of it's right. Give that a good smush. And then undo this side and stick this side down. And I'm sticking it down flat. Because if not, if I fold the other over like this and stick it down, when I open it, it's going to have that little bump there on the outside, and I don't want that. So get rid of those. Back in with some, yeah, it's cold here, so I've got my jacket on. And I'm going to come down here in the middle. And then more of my glue. fold that out. Just like that. There. And I'm going to treat this just like I would a normal cover, which means I'm going to trim my edges on my corners here. Come right there, cut that part out. One more corner. And there. And I'll turn my edges up and sort of pre-fold them where they need to go. Making sure I get close to that edge. So how has everyone been doing? I hope you had a safe and happy New Year's. It's been a while since we visited with each other. We're expecting some kind of big storm here tomorrow, which is why I'm trying to get this done tonight. So everybody's up in arms here. It's not like we haven't had storms before. Those of you that have a jack, remember the tape side goes up. Because what it is there's where the thing was glued on, that goes down so that you have, you know, there's no space there to... Oh, I'm at a loss for words tonight. My words are just not coming out like they should. So. And I'll go, make sure that stays down. Go all the way around. But yeah, they've closed the schools here for tomorrow. So my granddaughter will be home from school. The colleges don't start classes back until Wednesday. So they're good. My son and his wife go to UNCW. My granddaughter is she in pre-K or kindergarten? You know, you almost think I'm horrible, I don't know. I think she's still in pre-K. But, yeah, so she'll be home tomorrow. It's supposed to be warmer tomorrow, but they're saying, you know, high winds and rain. You've already got a notice from the power company and the cable company, you know, telling us what to do in case there's an outage. I think my daughter and her husband both have to work. So be worried about them driving on the road. It must be confusing when I talk about my family here, but there's quite a few people in the household right now. There's the ones that live with me permanently, which is my son and his wife. And then after Hurricane Ian went through Florida and pretty much wrecked my daughter's home. Her and her family, which is her and her husband and my 2 grandchildren. They now live with us. They're still looking for a place. Housing is so expensive. Oh my gosh. And they put all these apartment buildings up around town. It's supposed to be for affordable housing. Yeah, nobody can afford them. To find a 3-bedroom place here, it's, around $2,000 a month, which is really outrageous. Now, what I want to do, let me find where's my small bone folder? I'm going to come in here right along that crease and crease it again, because I want that to fold inward. And very carefully, very gingerly, because I don't want to crack the paper. Make sure I get that pole laying right. And then, there we go. Just like that. Now, what I was thinking for the outside is I want to mat. Just put a cover piece down. I was thinking probably something like this. So, but I will probably have to see if my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's too long. It's not going to fit in my mini cutter. So what I'm going to do, simply lay this down, and somewhere I've got a pencil, mark this here and mark this here, and then I'll be right back. Let me take this over to my cutter. Trim one side. There. I think I need to do a little bit more. It doesn't look like it's very straight on one side. Let's try it again. There we go. And yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna look good. If I get it up and tape. I'm gonna go the whole length this time because it is a mat. Well, pick everything up. So with the, I know there's, when it comes to the zodiac things, they don't normally start on the first of the month. I go from the first day of January to the last day of January. It's sort of split. So I figured if I did whatever was on the first of the month, I should get them all. So we shall see. But you know, I've done the 12 days of Christmas, the 13 days of Halloween. I've done Art Card August. And those are just, you know, it's like day after day after day. And I want to do something different. And I haven't seen where anybody has actually done this. So, we shall try it. So it'll be the first day of the month. Except January. January will be a few days later into the month. And this is actually not my original idea. This idea actually came from Nikki. And yes, men have good ideas too. That's not exactly centered because I got a wider margin, but you know what? We're going to make it work. So, there's the outside. Now, I do want to put another piece on these. And, you know, all it's going to do is strengthen the cover. But what I was thinking was, I had to fold this. And so that it will close like that. And that, I'm going to put me just close it with a clip for right now. I had gotten this paper pad the last time I ordered something, I think from Journal Save. And I love the colors in here. And I had gone through when I picked this part out, and I chose some, but I'm not sure which ones I want to do. So there, of course I'll trim it down so, you know, it'll fit in the center. But there's one. Hold it up so you can see. It's nice and pretty. Something different. You know, I'm always using light colors or things. And let's see, it goes this way. There's that one. So there's, let me make some room up here. So there's one. This is number 2. This is number 3. Trying to get to where you can see it without the glare of the light. That's number 3. And this is number 4. So, out of these 4, get these situated. So we have 1, 2, going back up the way I had them. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 and I can't decide. So what I'm going to ask all of my wonderful viewers is to pick one. And whichever one has the most votes, that's the one I'll go with. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it that way. So to make sure that I don't forget which ones, what I'm going to do, I got a Post-it note here. I'm going to tear it in half. So this is 1, if I can write. In fact, let me get I'll use my pen for that. So this is number 1. This will be number 2. This is number 3. And this is number 4. So you vote and let me know which one, and that's the one that will finish matting the cover with. So And they came two. So this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. And this one is number 4. So you vote, let me know. And I'll wait. See, we'll give it a week. See, today is, let me see. Oh, today is the 9th. So we'll give it till the 16th. And on the 16th, whichever one has the most votes, that's the one that I'll finish matting the cover with. And there's 2 of them, so it'll be one on front, one on back. And I have not decided anything about the inside yet. We'll worry about that later. And when we decide on this, I'll go ahead and get the signature sewed in so that we'll be ready to go. And we'll be all ready for January. Now, I'm not quite sure. I have it listed somewhere, but I cleaned up my desk and I don't know where I put it. They had the list of the birthstones and the flowers and what zodiac symbols go with what dates. So I have to find that. And then I'll pick out the stuff for January. And we'll do all of that on the 16th when we see which one of the backgrounds we're going to use. So I hope you enjoyed fiddling around with me today, coming up with this new idea. If you found value here, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll definitely see you back before the 16th. So until then, bye guys.